Welcome to the Turnbuckle with your hosts, Killer and Cease. And welcome everybody to another episode of Killer and Cease, the Turnbuckle. I am Killer Chris.
And this is Caesar. And remember to like and subscribe for the content. Today, we got to talk about some things that's happened in the WWE.
That's right, we've got a nice week where we can sit back and discuss what is happening with the WWE after WrestleMania has transpired.
Yep, that's correct. So, we're going to talk about some sad things first. Typical when it comes to WrestleMania, they had a wave of releases, Chris. A wave of releases.
So many releases.
Yeah. We have the list right here. We'll go through the list, and then Chris is going to give us our thoughts on some of the things that caught his mind. We got Aleister Black, Selena Vega, Kairi Sane, Santos Escobar, the Motor City Machine Guns, Apollo Crews, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, the Wyatt Six, all the Wyatt Six. And then we got some NXT developmental people. Some notable names is like Tyra May Steele, who won LFG, and then a couple other people from LFG that were there, and some people were on the lower card. Andre Chase is probably the biggest NXT name there. He's been there for a number of years. What are your thoughts on these some of these releases, Chris? You tell us your thoughts first.
Man, I'm a little shocked, but not too surprised that they're getting rid of like Tyra May Steele from NXT. I did watch LFG, so I know the name, I've seen the face. The character was good, but
I thought
I
she was
can kind of
okay.
see.
She wasn't my favorite to win that
Yeah,
season in the first place.
true. But you know what? She did win. I thought they might have kept her around, just for that in general, but they didn't. That's okay. You know who shocked me the most was Kyrie Sane.
Yep.
I've heard reports that it could be because she wanted to move back to Japan,
As
but
we
I
were
don't know if
recording
that's
this,
true.
she has debunked that on Twitter.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so that's just false. I feel like Kyrie Sane is coming back. I don't believe fully that this is uh, a long goodbye. I feel like she's gonna get a new contract, maybe a lesser contract because they were having money issues,
They're
and
not
we
having
might
money
see
issues.
her
They just
pop
got
up
billion. You
as
know
an
how much
actress.
money they made for
Exactly.
WrestleMania? How much money Triple H made? Because he just signed a new contract deal with WWE. I don't know if it's a
Yep.
money issue. Um,
Yeah, I'm not sure
Kyrie Sane, I'm on the fence. I actually don't think Kyrie Sane is coming back. I think Monday they wrote her off pretty significantly in the storyline with her and with Io and Asuka. She was barely seen in the video package that they showed, and she really wasn't mentioned at all. I don't think
either.
the fan, she has gotten a lot of fan support. We want Kyrie is a huge hashtag that's going on. I just don't think it's as big as like the R-Truth one, where she's gonna come back. And also like if they turn this into a storyline, I think this is like I don't know, it's touching that gray area of like storylines you shouldn't really be doing, and it's also not fair to all these other people who got cut. Because like all these people got cut, but Kyrie doesn't get cut, and she's allowed to come back. I would
Yeah.
feel bad for those individuals as well. So I'm on the fence. I think she might. I'm leaning towards that she's gone.
Well, and they just kind of did that storyline last year with our truth. He got cut, released, and then all of a sudden he came back right away, like
Yeah,
a month later for the R Truth, and
it was a week
John
later.
Cena.
It was
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
a week, and they released him, and then the fan and the backstage outcry was too much, so we did it and gave him a
yeah.
contract back.
Good for them. The
Yeah,
Wyatt Six, though, I'm okay with that. Although, I from an emotional standpoint, I feel like I don't want to see the Wyatt Six go away because they kind of bring in that piece of Bray that I still kind of remember.
yeah. I see that. I think Bo Dallas. I don't know if they should have released him. Um, maybe have him go on the storyline. Um,
Yeah,
I thought I don't know. I was expecting a lot from the Wyatt Six. They had an amazing debut. a huge and amazing debut. I think it fell flat after that. I think Triple H isn't very good with the supernatural stuff, and I think they should have leaned away more from the supernatural stuff and been more like, oh man, they're going to hurt people. And I could never tell if they were a face or a heel group. I feel like they jumped to
Mhm.
each one every single time. So
Yeah.
there's that. Their storyline with MFTs on SmackDown was awful. It went too long. Um, it was a feud over a lantern. Um,
Hey, that's better than a hat.
I knew you were gonna bring up the hat. I knew it as soon as I said the lantern. I knew you were gonna say something about the
Yeah, I had to say
hat.
something about that.
Yeah.
I will
So
say that they have so much talent and so many different storylines. It was hard to get their storyline on the air even.
yeah, and they kept having start and stops because people like Bo Dallas, I know, got injured at one point, and so then the whole group was sidelined because Bo Dallas was injured for a couple months. Like I get it, he's the leader, but I mean, you still could have had the other people do stuff while Bo, where he just sit in the chair. He doesn't have to actually like be out there and wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep,
um,
100%.
I also think Bo Dallas is okay in the ring. It's not the, I think character work. I think these guys were great. I just don't think they were properly utilized. Um, which I'm sad. I'm sad to see them gone. I'm glad Alexa Bliss wasn't attached to the Wyatt Six. Um, now that they're gone, because now Alexa Bliss may have been gone. Also, this is also very telling because Bo Dallas in their last match on the uh, SmackDown before WrestleMania, Bo Dallas got pinned by um, Solo. So I was like, oh man, that just really hurts the group with Uncle Howdy getting pinned. Um,
Oh, yeah.
so I think they might have planted the seed early with these guys getting released with by doing that.
Yeah, maybe it was their plan all along was to release them. So they're like, you guys are going to go out on your back.
Yeah,
Lose the last match.
this brings me back to the Kyrie Sane thing. I think because Triple H was wanted to have the Io and Asuka match at WrestleMania, that way he could still pay off the storyline with Kyrie Sane. You know what I'm saying? Like it was supposed to
Yeah,
be at WrestleMania, but because of time reasons, that match and other factors, that match got cut and is moved to Backlash, and that's in between where the cuts were coming. So like they could have
yep,
blew off the storyline originally where they wanted to at WrestleMania, and then
better.
cut her after. Yeah. Now it's
Yeah,
awkward because the storyline hadn't complete yet. You know, it just yeah. And the
yep.
whole she was like the MacGuffin of the entire storyline. Like it was
What's she
before.
going to do? What's going to happen? Yeah,
Yeah. I think Monday Night Raw did a good job bringing the focus back to just Io and Asuka though. Um, I mean they had to because they had to write Kairi Sane out of it. But
yep.
you know what the other
But they
ones?
could have had that match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, they could have.
'Cause
Yeah,
let's be honest, it was 2 hours of advertising, then
they could have
cutting
had it.
them out.
I agree. I think that match should have been at WrestleMania. I do think the Io and Asuka one should have been at WrestleMania. Um,
Yeah, they had the
another
time.
some people who aren't surprising to me is Apollo Cruz and Santos Escobar. I think they were. I mean Santos Escobar just re-signed back in like October. Hadn't done anything. He was down in AAA for a little bit, but he hasn't really done anything on the main roster. Apollo Cruz, I think he's just been skating by all the other times people got cut, and now he finally gets cut. Another one who I think is really surprising is Aleister Black and Selena Vega. I'm pretty
Hmm.
surprised. It's like Aleister Black was only in the company for a year. He got so many losses within that year, and didn't even get he could his feud with Damian Priest couldn't get on a PLE to save his life, and it went on way too long. That feud also went on too long. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and before he went against Priest, he was going against Drew, right? Wasn't that the one before Priest?
I don't even remember. I remember he was trying to qualify for the Money Bank and he didn't. He
Yep.
was teetering on turning. He was face for a little bit and then he turned heel on Priest. Um,
Did he win any matches while he was here? I'm trying to think if he won a match in the
Nothing,
year.
nothing of significance. That's the problem. He couldn't get on a PLE. I think him and Priest should have got at least one PLE match. Priest, I'm
Yeah.
worried about Priest now because Priest has fallen on the card. He over there hanging out with R-Truth. He in R-Truth territory right now, Chris. Our boy
Well, at least
Priest is with.
he's not gonna be fired because he's got a belt. You can't fire a man who's holding on to a title.
I mean, we can see. Zoe Stark, I was a little disappointed by. She got injured in May. She had that nasty injury with her knee doing the drop kick, and she has been cleared to, I think, in the last month. She's been cleared to return, but
And then they let her go.
but they let her go. I think she would have been nice to fill in that women's mid card. And I understand why they cut people. Motor Machine Guns, I understand why they got cut. They weren't really gelling with the WWE audience.
Yeah,
Motor
not
Machine
much
Guns.
going on for them.
Yeah, and like I understand they had to have cuts because they just brought in another wave of NXT people. Like there's a lot of NXT people coming in, and they're going to take those spots. That's the part of the competitiveness of WWE is there are people there who can just take your place. It's a machine. It's a conveyor belt. They have people coming in, and the same thing with NXT. If you don't see people that are ready for the main roster and they've done everything they can in NXT, you don't see anywhere if that's like their ceiling, then you might as well cut them because you have a new wave of NXT people coming in. Like Tyra May
Yeah.
Steele, I think she got outdone by Kendall Gray. Kendall Gray on NXT is amazing, and she has a very similar like move set, very similar like actual wrestling background. That I think Kendall Gray kind of just stole her complete shine. Um,
Yeah,
so
that's probably.
um, yeah, so it's sad. I'm sad for these people that lost their jobs, but I also like sometimes you gotta, to be honest, sometimes you do have to make room for people. Like you can't just have everybody on this roster. Like I like the Motor City Machine Guns. I don't feel like they gelled well. They weren't getting over it in WWE, so that makes sense. Wyatt Six, like I said, I was kind of over the group already, so I was okay with them getting cut.
Yeah, and there's so many people on the roster right now. Like I feel like half the roster doesn't even get to go on TV for like weeks before
Yep,
they pop up again.
yep,
It's
and
just too many. It's too rich.
yeah, and SmackDown's going down to 2 hours. You know, so like
Yep.
they lose an hour, so that's less people going to be on featured on TV. Yeah, and like I said, you want the new NXT people to show that like this is a really good crop of NXT people who are jumping into the main roster. I'm really excited to see them. Like we just had Obafemi, Trick Williams, and Javon um come up, and
So
now we have an
Ruka.
So Ruka's coming up. JC Jane. JC Jane had a great reaction. We should switch over. Stop talking about the negative, Chris. Let's talk about what's going on currently with SmackDown and Raw. You know?
That's right. What do you like? What do you not like? I really like Sol Ruka's debut. I know putting her up against the champion on her first match, I knew it was going to happen. I knew there was no way she was winning against the champion the first
You
match,
liked it?
especially when she just won the match. So I liked it to, to the fact that she looked amazing, but I didn't
I
like
did.
that they put her against the champ.
I didn't like her opening promo. I don't like that why, because she's a baby face, right? And she came out there
Hmm.
and like congratulated Liv and didn't come out there originally to fight. I was like, why did you come out there then? I feel like she should have called Liv out that she didn't deserve it, like she cheated to win. Be a baby face. Um,
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of her opening her promo with Liv. The match itself was really good. I think it did a really good job of showcasing Sol Ruka in the match. That I agree with.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, speaking of Sol Ruka, have you seen the match she had the next night on NXT? The
No,
bump
I
that
did
she
not
took.
see it NXT this week. No, is she already injured?
Um, I mean, she had staples in the back of her head. Yeah, she had a last woman standing match with her old tag team partner. So Ruka obviously lost because you need to bring over Zarya, who's going to stay on NXT, and so Ruka's going to go on to the main roster. So obviously
Yep.
Sol Ruka lost, but like the bump she took at the end, um, that was pretty brutal. Chris, when we're done with this, you gotta watch it, all right?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
okay,
take a look at NXT.
yeah. But yeah, it's pretty brutal. I am happy for Sol Ruka jumping up though. I'm excited she's gonna be on Raw next week. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to see her on Raw.
I
Did
really liked.
you?
I thought JC Jane was better. I thought JC Jane and her faction. It felt like the crowd was into it. Um, I think her promo was a lot better with Rhea Ripley. They're both her and Sol were put in weird positions where like they were put in matches where neither one could win or lose. Because you can't have your new champions lose, and you can't have these new people who just came up from NXT lose. So you have to have shenanigans somehow.
Yep.
Um, so they both put in
And
like
then
similar positions. I just thought the JC Jane one was better, and she was JC Jane's also my top 100. So I'm obviously already a huge fan of her.
true. That's fair. I Yeah, and then of course Solruka she lost in her match anyways
Yeah,
when she came up. But again, it was because of shenanigans.
it
It
was
was
shenanigans though. Yeah, so I mean, she still
yeah.
looks strong in defeat. Like she had a really good showing. Like when she went for the Oblivion,
Yep.
and then did the handstand out of it. Like there was some really cool stuff that Sol Ruka did, especially at the end of that match there.
Oh, for sure. I
Yeah,
really did like Raw overall.
I
The
thought
more I
this
think about Raw.
this week's Raw was pretty good. Um, I I think like a lot of the storylines moved forward. Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns, I think that's a good program. I'm glad. I think that was a natural step for Jacob Fatu is to fight for one of the world titles, and I think the one with Roman makes the most sense. I think this
Yep.
whatever this new version of the bloodline is, it's going to revolve around Jacob, the Usos, and Roman throughout the year. Um, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I think
Yep.
they might add a stipulation next week that he has to join the bloodline. Maybe next week, we'll see if he loses,
Oh, there we go.
which I think Jacob
Gonna
is
be
going
an
to lose.
unhappy
But
member. Yep.
spoiler to our predictions next week, I do think Jacob's going to lose. But yeah,
Already.
I mean, is that really a spoiler? I mean, come on now.
Maybe. No, I know. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably not. Although, if Roman Reigns hasn't signed a new contract,
He has. He's on the poster for Night of Champions.
well, you never know.
I think
Maybe.
because people were saying that they were only letting people were leaking that his contract was up to make people think he wasn't going to win the world title.
Mm. Yeah. That makes sense. You know how to have a really good debut on Raw?
Who?
Joe Hendry. I really enjoyed Joe Hendry's song.
Joe
And
Henry song was
he
good, yeah.
he was spot on that you need to fire Logan Paul.
I thought Joe Henry had a good showing. I thought all the NXT guys had a good showing. I like that Joe Henry thing. The Joe Henry thing was good. I liked it. I liked
Hmm.
the Ethan Page. I like that Ethan Page is involved in the IC title stuff. I'm excited to see what Ricky Saints does on Friday Night SmackDown because we're recording this before Friday, and he makes his debut this Friday. And Blake Monroe, I'm curious to see what she does. I think she's a really good as well. So I'm excited to see where these new NXT people are and how they freshen up the roster.
I agree. I'm interested to see what happens. I thought Joe Hendry and LA Knight would be taking on the tag champs here in the near future, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen.
It's the Street Profits, man. The Street Profits came back. I think they've also done a really good job of doing a soft reset, like a soft mini shakeup of the roster with some people
Hmm.
moving. Like Jacob Fatu and the Street Profits are now on Raw, and
Yep.
there's a lot of speculation that CM Punk and like Rey Mysterio are going to SmackDown. So we'll see um how these shakeups happen.
Oh,
I think just those little shakeups and all these NXT people coming in makes the roster feel so fresh and new.
it does. It does. And it's really exciting how things are going. I didn't hear anything about Rey Mysterio moving to SmackDown. That's
Yeah, that was a couple. That was like last week. I know he was on Raw this week because he fought one of the Americanos.
Yep.
But yeah, I think he was in the list that people who might switch. I mean, who else is he going to face on Raw besides Gunther? Um, but they started something
Well, on
with
the
Gunther.
Americanos.
But they started something with Gunther and LA Knight 2 weeks ago, with them both wanting a shot at the world title. So I'm assuming that they're going to face each other. I think LA Knight is just going to get eaten alive by Gunther, but I think they'll have a
Hopefully.
decent match. I think they'll have a decent match. I think that's the direction they're doing with Gunther right now.
I hope he does have a good match. It's not like a squash of LA Knight. 'Cause that's what
It won't be a squash.
I'm afraid
They'll have a decent match. I think that yeah, I think they'll have a pretty decent match. It's not Gunther usually doesn't like squash people. You know who also
of. Right.
usually doesn't squash people is Obafemi, because he can
No,
actually
but
wrestle. He can actually wrestle. If you've seen his NXT stuff, he can actually wrestle.
and when are they gonna?
So I'm hoping that they don't just keep doing squashes. It
Me
feels like,
too.
uh, yeah. Um, I mean, it has to be, I guess, the right opponent. Like, I'm excited for he's called the Open Challenge of fighting him. I think a
Yep.
lot of faces are going to fight him. I think a good person. I think Ilya Dragunov will be really cool because he goes like, I want the pain in the fight. I think that would be a cool match to have. I think Sheamus is another one he can return for the umpteenth millionth time take on Obafemi. I think that would be a banger. Um,
Yep. That
yeah,
would be cool if Sheamus came back and took on Femi. I wonder who's going to be the one to beat him because somebody's going to beat him in this open challenge at some point, even if it's
I
a
mean,
couple
he has
months
to
down the
lose.
road.
I actually think he's going to go undefeated. I think he's going to win. I think he's going to go on to win the King of the Ring, continue his winning streak. I think he'll go for one of the world titles maybe at SummerSlam and lose. I think he loses at SummerSlam.
Oh, you think it's going to be that long, huh?
Yeah, but then he can go on an arc and bigger arc and eventually win the world title a little bit later down in throughout the year.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
And then have a nice little feud with
you
the
can't have him
champion.
just like completely be like Goldberg and dominate everybody. That doesn't work long.
No,
It doesn't work long term. Long term, it doesn't work. Um, and I don't think it will
no,
kill his momentum.
no. A loss here or there isn't going to kill nobody's momentum. And if it does, then they really didn't have that much momentum to begin
Yeah,
with.
I do think if he lost to Brock Lesnar, that would have killed his momentum at WrestleMania. So I'm glad he didn't. Um, I think that was probably his most important win. And I think that's the one that people are going to talk about the most. That's the one that matters. And then if he goes on to the King of the Ring and wins the King of the Ring, they'll talk about that one next because well, he won the King of the Ring. Um, yeah,
Yeah, they could put him in the King of the Ring.
yeah.
Yeah, I could see him winning that too.
I mean, I think he's a good fit for that. I think him and Braun both could be probably the King of the Rings this year. One of the two, I think.
Yep, for sure. Be
Yeah,
interesting to see what happens with Braun after Backlash.
yeah. I'm really excited that they're doing that match with Seth. Um, it feels more natural than the one he did with Gunther because these two guys are actually in a major storyline. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Gunther was just thrown in there because or Braun wasn't 100% ready and ready,
Sure, sure.
up for
I think
going.
he was 100. I think he was 100%. They didn't want to rush the storyline to those two facing each other. I think that's what it was.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, you know, well, so where do we go from here, Chris? Well, what are you not a fan of, actually? Let's go. What are you not a fan of stuff that's happening right now?
Yeah,
Besides the
what am I
releases,
not a?
because we talked about the releases already, but
I'm not a fan of Obafemi squashing people still. Like Grayson Waller, I heard he was supposed to be some kind of, somewhat of a guy, and yet he got squashed. Well,
he's somewhat of
I'm
a
not
guy.
surprised. Yeah, now I feel like Grayson Waller is about to get released. Honestly, I mean, you just got squashed again, and I never really heard of you, to be honest.
He
I
could
mean,
get
I
released.
do.
I
Yeah,
like Grayson Waller. I think he's one of those characters who could get squashed though. If you're gonna squish somebody, Grayson Waller is a good one to squish.
Yeah,
Um,
'cause he's a jobber.
um, yeah, I mean, he's a heel that's just there to, lose like the Miz.
Yeah,
Miz out
that's fair.
there. Yeah, they're in the same caliber. But Miz won the world title twice. So, I mean, there's also that.
True. There is also
Yeah.
that. But outside of that, I'm hoping that they change up the story that they're going with Obafemi. I want to see some real matches. I want to see some real competition now.
Yeah.
Okay, him
The
squashing people, I'm kind of done with.
Yeah, the problem is there's no like storyline for him at the current moment. Like everyone's kind of wrapped up in a storyline. So what are they going to do
Yep,
with him? They have to come up. That's what they could come up with right now because like most all the names, and he even said it in his promo. Like everyone else is like kind of wrapped up in storylines. Like everyone's doing something. Like
yep,
Gunther's with paired with LA Knight. They started something. Roman is with Jacob Fatu right now. Um, the tag team titles are locked up. I see title picture is pretty crowded right now with those
yep.
four guys. So like a lot of storylines are, they're kind of filled right now. So what do you
Yeah,
do with
there's just
Obafemi? That's why you kind of we're in like a stalling period with Obafemi until we get to the King of the Ring. And that's why I think he's gonna win the King of the Ring because we're in this stalling period with him.
yeah, and they're just giving him 5 minutes of airtime at every twice a week or whatever, just
Yeah,
squashing people. I mean, I get what they're doing to make sure that he stays relevant, and but they don't have a lot for him, so they're just like, here, just go squash somebody.
yeah.
But
He's,
at the same time, let's 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 move this a little bit. Let's progress a little bit. Let's see him against real people having realer matches.
I mean, that'll come eventually. We
It
just
will.
have to get there. Problem is everybody, the roster is so stacked that right now they don't have anything anywhere for him to face against. It's hard to go. I mean, whoever he's going to face is going to be like, it's like what do you call it? So like the rebound or person. You like the rebound after he just went up against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, top person. Whoever he's going to face now is not like going to be equal caliber to that. You know what I'm trying to say?
True. Yep. And that's a problem. That's why I didn't think he should squash Brock Lesnar. It's like you had a huge fight with Brock and you came out victorious. That's something. And now you're gonna just show everybody else I can still squash everybody else because they're not even close to me or Brock's caliber until you meet Roman Reigns, CM Punk,
Cody Rhodes.
uh, Cody Rhodes,
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio would put up a little bit of a fight, I would think too. Uh, but now it's just, what are you doing? Overall, I'm not a huge fan. I get what's going on. I am a fan of Oba Femi. I'm just not a fan of what they're doing with the storyline
Yeah, and there's nothing really they can do. Like I said, they're kind of stuck in storyline. Storyline, um, I think that thing I'm not a fan of right now is
right now.
maybe I don't know what they're gonna do with Julia. Like, is she gonna continue to fight Tiffany Stratton for the U.S. title? I'm really worried about Julia. That's I'm very concerned about Julia right now, and I want Julia to do well. The problem is Julia. If you watch her stuff in Japan, she's so much better because she knows that style very well. Um, WWE has a different style to it. And yeah, so like I'm worried that it's not clicking with the fans or audience. So
Yeah.
I'm really worried about Julia. I think that the booking has not helped her. The booking has not been good for her. And the booking has to get better with her. Like there's so many matches I do want to see with Julia. I'm just worried about what they're doing with Julia.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm concerned about her as well. I'm concerned that I assume she's gonna lose the title to Tiff,
She did. She
and
lost
then
the title to Tiff
yeah.
already.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was last week she did.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
And I feel like once she maybe finish up the storyline with Tiff, if they keep going at it, I'm just concerned they're gonna get rid of her.
Yeah.
I am scared they're gonna just release some more people here very
It,
soon,
I mean,
and
it's possible.
she could be
Friday,
part of
Friday,
it.
they will do it on Friday. If they release anybody, it's gonna be on Friday. And they could do another round of releases. You know who I'm surprised who wasn't released? Shinsuke Nakamura. He hasn't done anything. Well, I was shocked that he wasn't released.
Yeah, I wonder why he hasn't done anything since AJ Styles.
Yeah. So like,
That
yeah,
was January.
yeah, that was January. He hasn't done anything. I mean, yeah. I think there might be still another round of cuts. I'm hoping there isn't because I was already disappointed with Kairi Sane being let go and Aleister Black. So yeah. So I'm hoping there's no more cuts. I'm not a fan of that. I'm also not a fan of Triple H using Chat GPT to book his matches. Um,
You think that's true?
I mean, that came out. The owner person kind of confirmed that in his interview with was it not Wall
Tony
Street, but
Khan?
yeah. Um, so yeah, I think they need to stop that. I think it's good to like brainstorm ideas. You could brainstorm ideas off Chat GPT. Um, I think that's fine. And then have your writers like, okay, let's develop this further. Let's see what this goes. Use those writers that you actually pay them for, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of using AI. We
I'm
don't
okay
even
with using
use
AI.
it too much
I
here.
I I,
Like,
I just think you shouldn't use real, heavily rely on it. I think it's just there to help you and improve things better, make things faster and better for you.
yep,
Um,
until the Terminator comes.
I'm okay with the
China takes
Terminator.
over.
Population control. We gotta control the population of the climate.
Just need some population control, folks. That's all.
Yep, some population control, Um, yeah, is there anything let's talk about the future. Let's go on to the future, Chris. To the bright future. We're going all over the place in this episode,
Gotta
We're just
wear shades.
we're just talking about wrestling in this episode. Just talking about what we
Yeah,
think might happen. What are some things that you think management wise, storyline wise, what's something you think might happen in upcoming future all the way up to like 10 years
I
from
mean,
now, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying 10 years. Like, up to
10 years
like
might be
let's say
next
go
year.
long term up to like WrestleMania 43.
I could see them milking out the CM Punk Cody Rhodes thing till WrestleMania 43.
Oh, I was gonna
That
say
was
that too. I was gonna say that too. I think that's next year's WrestleMania match. I know that's what they were planning on doing this year for WrestleMania was CM Punk Cody Rhodes.
hmm
Um, because they've had those interactions in the previous year building up to it, and so
Yep.
it's just natural that those two face each other at WrestleMania. So I think they're gonna milk that all the way to next year. I think that's your 12 month storyline is Cody Rhodes and CM Punk.
Yep. I obviously I agree.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought I was like, they could do that at SummerSlam. Then I was like, no, they're not gonna do it at SummerSlam. They're gonna milk that out until WrestleMania. They might have another teaser match like they did last year with the two, but I don't think it's gonna be nearly. I think they're still holding out for the big match at
Big
WrestleMania.
match in Saudi Arabia. I mean they could do it at SummerSlam. It's possible. Because I mean I like the idea of crowning Braun Breaker as one of the world title champions at WrestleMania and Obafemi as the other one. So like those are your two next big stars going into the next decade.
Yeah.
Um so I would prefer them crowning both of them becoming world champion. Kind of like what they did with Batista and John Cena. These are our two top guys going forward. Let's see which one of them is going to become the face. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think they should do it with Obafemi and Braun Breaker. But I still think the CM Punk. I think the CM Punk and Cody Rhodes match. I think that kind of needs to be. That's a WrestleMania worthy match. You know?
Yeah. Yes, it is. I agree.
And I think it
I think
should
it will
be.
be.
And it should be for the WWE Championship. It should be for that title.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Book it now.
Book it now. I think
Didn't even need Chat GPT.
I mean, it was nice that they teased that at the end of WrestleMania, you know, the at the Raw after Mania. I think that was the big tease there. Um,
Nope.
I think Roxanne Perez wins the women's Money in the Bank this year.
Oh, that'd be cool. That's another one. I like that.
Yeah, I think
You
she.
don't think Raquel's gonna? They're not gonna do it with Raquel. It
No,
makes sense.
I think Raquel
Roxanne,
will have a title match against Liv in the next couple months. I think they're taking their time because you gotta remember, Liv and like they're close in real life, Liv and Raquel. So I think they just want time to tell that story with them breaking up. They want to have
yeah,
an emotional time telling that story. I think Roxanne, I think she's teetering on a face turn already. Um, and I think by the time we get there, she'll be right for the Money in the Bank. It's right there. Um, she wins the Money in the Bank, and I think she cashes it in on Liv.
I feel like they're actually pivoted away from Raquel being a face turn now. I think Roxanne will turn first.
I do too. I do think Roxanne will turn first, but I do think we will do the Liv, and that's gonna come eventually. The Liv
Maybe
end.
WrestleMania. Book it.
I don't know about that far.
I
That
don't
that
know.
seems long. I'm thinking more SummerSlam, the time line wise.
It could be.
Yeah, like you can have Raquel win um the Queen of the Ring, and so then she has to face Liv, and that can be the catalyst for the actual turn.
Yep,
Um,
I could see that.
and then later on, then I don't think Raquel will beat Liv. I think Liv will remain. Liv is one of the top stars. So I think Liv is going to be
Yep,
champion for a while. I do think um when because they wrote Stephanie Valkyr off TV.
yep, with that beat down.
Yeah. So it's possible that she was actually injured during the WrestleMania match, which is why part of the reason why it was short. But they wrote her off
Cool.
TV. I think they'll continue that storyline as well if she comes back in time. So we'll see. I don't, yeah, but I think Roxanne wins Money in the Bank.
I could see either Roxanne or Raquel going against Liv at SummerSlam, and then a return of Stephanie at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
That could cost Liv the title. We'll see. I
good,
don't know,
good. That's very
but we don't know.
possible.
Who knows what
Who knows? You got any other predictions? Something you might
will
think
happen. Ooh,
might
what other
happen?
predictions? I feel like we're gonna see a big shocking moment with Jacob Fatu winning the title sometime this year.
Yeah, I think you will win the title sometime this year too. If yeah,
So that's my other prediction.
but I don't think it's going to be Roman's title. I think it's Cody's title.
And I don't think I don't think it'll be a backlash either way.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be either title, but I don't think it'll be a backlash.
No, I think Roman's going to drop the belt to Oba. I think that's who he's going to drop it to.
Yeah, you think Oba's gonna
I think Oba.
and you're thinking SummerSlam.
I think no. I think that's where I think Oba gets close. I think he loses at SummerSlam. I think that's where his first loss is. But then he gets the redemption. He comes back and then he beats Roman the second time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah,
It might happen.
yeah. I think because I mean you do have to have him be a little vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? You can't have him
Right.
Superman. If they continue to do that, I'm gonna stop liking Oba Femi. So I don't want him. I don't want him to do that.
Good. So you think they'll continue to make him Superman until SummerSlam?
That's correct. I think he goes undefeated until SummerSlam.
What are some of the big names you think he'll beat on the way to SummerSlam? Because he can't just keep squashing people until SummerSlam.
Some of the big names. I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Do
gonna
you have
face.
a name or two that he's going to beat on
Let's
the way to
see.
SummerSlam?
He's probably gonna if I'm saying that he's going into King of the Ring, right? Uh, that means he has to face someone big in the finals.
Yep.
That'll be someone on SmackDown. A top name on SmackDown. I'm trying to think who is a big name on SmackDown. It could be CM Punk. CM Punk, if he goes to SmackDown, he faces Obafemi at Night of Champions.
For the King.
for the King of the Ring. Yeah,
So you think CM Punk could be one of the big names he
yeah.
beats? Okay. I find it hard to think that he would win nonstop until SummerSlam. He's gonna have to have a match or two in there that he loses. Even if it's, I don't think he's gonna be in a tag match or anything like that where he could lose that way, like
No,
via a partner sale. But I feel like he's not gonna win until SummerSlam. I feel like he's got to lose
yeah, he
by
loses at SummerSlam, man. That's
June.
my prediction, man.
My
SummerSlam.
prediction is will be that he loses sometime June at the latest, somewhere in June at the latest.
Oh, you
Especially
think
with him, he's putting out the challenge. I think it's going to be both Raw and SmackDowns that he has the
he
challenge
is
on,
a
right?
free agent.
Uh,
He's not exclusively on Raw. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to have two matches a week. It's going to be hard to win two matches a week until SummerSlam. I don't think that should happen. That'd be like
We'll see.
40
We'll see.
matches.
I told you. I mean, I would be okay either way. I think, to be honest with you, I think he does need to lose at some point. I think it should also be a big moment that he loses. It has to be against. It can't be against like Grayson Waller. It has to be against like a CM Punk or Roman Reigns or like yeah, someone in that tier.
They could bring Barry Horowitz back to have another win under his belt.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a bigger name. So like he could lose at King of the Ring. He could lose to CM Punk. Maybe that he loses to CM Punk. I think he loses to Roman at SummerSlam and then he wins in the rematch. He wins the title in the rematch. That's
I'm
how
gonna
that's how
figure.
I would book. That's how I would book it. I would actually have him go undefeated all the way to SummerSlam and then lose. Going to SummerSlam as the favorite.
I think it would be. Oh, he could. I feel like it would be most beneficial if he, not right away, maybe in a couple, 2, 3, 4 weeks even from now, his open challenge, he loses finally to somebody like Javon Evans. He comes out and he just high flies his way around him, and he can't handle a high flyer very well, and he actually wins the match. And it would be kind of a shocker, and it would still be
I
looking
mean,
cool, and it would make
they were
Javon's
build
even look
Chris.
stronger.
They were building to that storyline in NXT with him and Javon. But the
See,
problem is they weren't able to finish that storyline because he they both got called up.
see, let's bring it back. Let's book it.
I mean,
Javon
you can
Evans
have
for the
what's his
win.
name? Ricky Saints, who's getting called up to uh SmackDown. I mean, he's beaten Oba Femi before. He beat him for the title.
There you go.
So I mean, Oba Femi has lost. He just has lost on it. He just hasn't lost on the main roster.
So he lost the title and then he won it back and then he just left it there, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So I mean, now it's just stuck in my head that Javon Evans is gonna beat him. I'm throwing it out there,
I
Chris.
don't think he loses on a random episode of Raw or SmackDown though.
Well, he might still do the challenge at a PLE, and maybe Javon Evans comes out and beats him.
Maybe,
I could see that.
maybe. I mean, they only
Maybe.
got 5 matches at PLEs though. So actually four. This year they've been
Yeah, it's
doing
four.
four. It's been
When
four.
when did they when did they up it to five?
They've been doing four. Uh,
He did.
yeah. So PLA
They could
matches. They
they
they're
could
they're.
squeeze in a surprise fifth if it's only like
I mean,
five
they got a
matches longer,
Saturday
but
night's main event in May. They have like a bunch of back-to-back shows. I'm glad we're not covering Saturday night's main event. By the way, we might.
yeah,
We'll
we're
change
not.
it. We might. But right now, as of
We
right
might
now,
just
we're
talk
not.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, might just be a brief discussion in one
Yeah.
of our shows. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, they do have Saturday night's main event coming up. They have Backlash, Saturday night's main event, then Night of Champions. Oh no, in between there they have Clash in Italy. So they have a bunch of things happening. You know, all the things.
Yeah, it might not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when a good time would be for that win.
To be
Hmm.
honest, with all our champions right now, we have a bunch of champions right now. Okay,
Yep.
we have a bunch of new world champions. I think three of the four world champions changed hands at WrestleMania. Who do you think is going to be the first to lose their title, Chris? Out of the four world champions?
Four. Okay, you're talking about the IC title, the US
No,
title.
there's two
Oh,
women
which
world
one?
champions and there's two men's world champions.
Oh, okay. The world champion. Okay. Let's see. We got Liv, we got Roman, we got Cody,
And Rhea.
and we got Rhea. Ooh, who's gonna be the first of those four?
Yeah, yeah.
Cody.
I think it's Cody too. I think he loses to Randy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I still think Randy's gonna get that
As I was saying
championship.
it, as I was saying it, oh, it's Cody. As I was saying challenge two, I was like, oh, it's Cody.
Yep. As
That's
soon
not
as I
gonna be
was
Cody.
thinking through who are the four, I was like, oh yeah, it's Cody.
Who do you think will be the last to lose the world title? That's probably more difficult.
I'm gonna assume that they're not gonna do the same shenanigans they did with Roman Reigns the last time he had a world title, and I'm gonna say that Rhea Ripley's the last one
It's hard. I think it's between those two. I think it's
to
between
lose
Rhea
it.
and Roman. I honestly think they're holding it for up to WrestleMania 43. Um, both of them.
I mean, they could, yeah.
Yeah. So to be honest, it could be both. They both can lose it on the same night.
They both could, yeah. That's a fair assessment too.
uh,
Are you gonna
uh,
risk it and go both of them at the
I,
same time?
I will both same night.
Okay, put it in the book.
I,
I will allow that stipulation.
I mean, it's the chances of it happening is, you know, but it could happen. There's a chance. There's a chance, you know. Yeah,
100%, it could happen.
yeah. Um, because I don't see anybody taking the title off Rhea anytime soon. JC Jane did have a really good showing. I don't think she's gonna beat Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley just won the title, so I don't think she's gonna lose it right away. Um, um, but I do think same thing with Roman. I don't think Roman's going to lose to Jacob Fatu right away. So
Well, I won't say until next
I know I'm already saying it. I'm already
week.
saying
I
it.
know, I know.
But I have some more things to say about that match. I've been avoiding saying other things about it, um, because I'm saving it for predictions. But I want to see how Raw goes next week.
Yeah, that'll be telling.
Yeah, because I want if they don't add that one stipulation, but the if he loses, um, where do they go from there? I guess they don't need that stipulation, but
Or where do they go from there?
yeah, either way. Um, yeah, but like we got, it was fun talking wrestling. This was fun, Chris. We just want to have an episode where we just chilled and talk. You know,
Yep,
we both had a lot going on in our lives right now. We just want to. Obviously, you can tell Chris he's in a different location. Um,
yep. Things are chaotic.
yeah, yeah. So we just want to have a chill episode. We do plan on covering Backlash, and then we got the Turnbuckle Time Machine, which we're going to introduce coming up soon, and then some more top tens for you guys.
Yep. Whole bunch of stuff coming up this year. It was nice to get this nice little episode in for us to talk about what we were just thinking after WrestleMania with
Yeah,
everything going on in the world of WWE.
yep,
So I'm glad we were able to get it out. I'm glad we were able to talk about it, get relaxed, keep ourselves calm because WrestleMania was a big deal. We had a
yep.
lot going on, a lot of
And we
stress
had all
around
those
it.
releases.
Yep,
Yeah,
lots of releases, and then we had our own top 100 that we did right before WrestleMania, getting
yeah.
that going through. I mean, so much stuff everywhere. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing our channel.
That is correct. All those things.
Yep. So I think now is the best time to say that's a wrap for this week's episode of Killer and Cease The Turnbuckle. Thanks for stepping in the ring with us.
If you enjoyed the show, make sure to hit that follow button, drop a review, and share with your fellow wrestling fanatics. Down below, what is your prediction? Which champion loses their title last? Let us know down in the comments. Got another top 10 or past PLE you want us to break down? Emails at killersteves podcast at gmail.com.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as if I didn't say it 30 seconds ago. Either on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts.